Hello, thank you for joining me again. This is going to be a quick video. It's going to be about Jiri Prochazka. So he had a fight this weekend against I was going to say Dominic Reyes. Um, Pretty good knockout, spinning back elbow. It's not something you see every day. It's one of the cooler knockouts I've seen, at least in the recent uh, last 2 years at least, one of the cooler ones. Um, but yeah, I was thinking about betting on this fight. I decided not to because I am a big fan of Dominic Cruz, but sorry, Dominic Reyes. I get confused with these two, Dominic Reyes. But yeah, I was very much concerned about Yuri before the fight, given his record, which is very impressive. Um, I mean, he's an unknown fighter in the West, but I would imagine he's more popular in Asia, especially Japan, maybe China and the Philippines as well. Um, but he's been the champion for Rizin, the Japanese MMA promotion, before he went to the UFC. Um, yeah, he beat CB Dalloway. Remember him? In Rizin, he beat a whole host of other people. He was, I believe, heavyweight champion, and he came into the UFC. First fight was against Volkan Ozdemir, and this is no slouch. This guy is, very powerful striker. Um, that's what Volkan Ozdemir is known for, and he was knocked out by uh, Jiri Prochazka. Now, Jiri, I think, is has the potential to be the next champion. I think we're witnessing the early rise of this fighter. I don't think he should be getting the next title fight if we look at their rankings, because there's obviously Glover Teixeira who is more deserving than him, who will be, I believe, fighting. It's already scheduled. But I believe that's already scheduled. Not sure if it's confirmed, but certainly, if we look at the rankings, we could be looking at him to fight the winner of that. Well, there's Alexander Rakic, who could be perhaps his next opponent. Santos is coming off of a loss, but that's not going to be a good fight for him, I don't think. Um, Perhaps Thiago and Dominic Reyes could fight next. I think Alexander Rakic and Yuri Prochazka is the fight to make. But and that's an awesome fight. I'm a big fan of Rakic as well. His last fight was a really good performance. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to see next. I think Yuri. Thing about Yuri Prochazka is I don't know if I'm pronouncing it, if it's Jiri or Yuri. He's Czech, but um, the thing about him is even if you look at his, because in the CB Dalloway fight in Risen, you don't really see him take too much damage, but against Volkan Ozdemir, he does. He takes a lot of damage, more than he did against Dominic Reyes, and um, wow, he knows how to take a shot. He has a different kind of head, I think, because he can eat these shots that look like they would knock you out. And even in the Dominic Reyes fight, he has this sort of reckless approach to him, which I think, I'm not sure. Obviously, with that, being reckless has benefits, but I think being reckless has more um, negatives to positives. If you could rush into someone, take a shot, well, that you have obviously an opening from there. But I'm not as a fighter. I wouldn't be comfortable doing that approach. Some people are. Some people are more sort of reckless. You could see Yuri sometimes like rushing into people with his hands down, even, or you know, following a shot with no sort of defense, following his like a haymaker, which I'm very concerned about because obviously Dominic Reyes has knockout power. So does Ozdemir, and he got hit a lot by Ozdemir, and Dominic Reyes I feel like almost knocked him out in the second round, but. Um, I feel like if he could just tighten that up, he's gonna have a test with Alexander Rakic if that fight goes ahead. If he could tighten up his technique and consistency with defense, and um, I think what we're gonna see is really someone who could just dominate and destroy everyone in the light heavyweight division. Glover, obviously, I'm a fan as well of Glover. Uh, Teixeira and especially Jan Blachowicz, they're both awesome fighters, but there's something to Jiri Prochazka that the way he defeated his last two opponents with such power, domination, and just the lack of defense and the way he can take shots, his just endurance, durability in there. Wow, it's impressive. It's something I haven't seen in a while. But you know. And if you look at his record as well, I mean, this guy has 28 wins, three losses. Just scroll through his record and you'll see you have a hard time finding anything outside of KO or TKO. So because it's pretty much that. That's what he does. Um, so essentially you have this crazy powerful, weird fighter. That's another thing about him. He has a technique or he moves in a way that is unique. I can't really put my finger on it. What he looks like, it's just him. He has his own thing, and he has this weird sort of side uppercut that he used against Dominic Reyes. He also used it against CB Dalloway and Rizin. And I believe against Ozdemir as well, maybe to no he didn't land it though, but he has this other weird technique to him. He does these strange things that nobody does, but lands them. So with that, I think he's hard to read. I think that's to his advantage. Fighters might try to take shots at him, and then he could take it, and he just keeps going. He has also that pressure to him, which goes hand in hand to being reckless. If you're just going forward and taking shots and giving shots, you take one, give one, or take two, give one even. I bet he doesn't mind that. Um, there are fighters like that who are very successful, and if you're a tough person and a strong, hard hitter, it's not a bad idea to sort of use a technique like that. But I feel like there's a level of defense as well. I mean, if you could have, defended a hook easily without sort of, you know, without compromising your offense, you should do that because honestly, if you get hit, anyone gets hit in the chin a certain way, a certain, they don't see it coming. They just pop. It doesn't have to be even that hard. You get hit there, and guess what? I don't care how tough you are. You're gonna fall. Your legs are gonna give up on you. And this guy's been knocked out before, I believe, but one of his losses was a KO loss. Twice he was one was a TKO, one was a KO. So he's lost before. His third loss was by submission. Okay, so I mean. I feel like it would be a waste. Because just because you have durability doesn't mean you should just go in there recklessly and sacrifice yourself. Because nobody's like invincible, man, and that will take a toll on you. Like a fight like the one Dominic Reyes, he did land a few good shots at Yuri. That's that some of those things might carry over even if you don't notice it, like a shot to the head or whatever. It's hard to explain. But if you fought before, you know what I mean. Like some injuries just don't even go away. So you gotta self-preservation is a huge factor. I believe when it comes to competing in the sport, right? So I feel like this guy should tighten up, and even him. Like if you look at his post-fight interviews, he talks about himself in a very sort of reflective manner. I should have done this. I need to tighten this up. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this guy. Anyway, to close this video out, I think there's a huge future for Yuri Prochazka. Be watching for him. I suggest everyone, look him up. He's an awesome fighter. If you have the access to it, see his fight against Dominic Reyes that happened this last Saturday. It's a really awesome fight, awesome knockout. Yeah, and thank you for joining me again for another video. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. But yeah, I'll be posting more videos shortly. Have a nice day. Bye.